Welcome to this week's edition of World Crisis Radio. This is Webster Tarpley here in Washington, D.C. Much to report. Big news this morning, a bomb attack in Oslo, Norway. And we're also told now, following this from minute to minute here on the afternoon of that same Friday, the 22nd of July here as we're recording, that somebody dressed as a policeman has opened fire at a youth camp near Oslo. And now we have the speculation why. And we have all of these British voices coming on saying, well, that's got to be Zawahiri, because Zawahiri is in favor of attacking targets outside of the United States, whereas that old bin Laden group, they were concerned only with attacking the United States. But I would point to something else. As we've talked about here, I think for the last 2 weeks, Norway has been in the process of dropping out of the NATO imperialist aggressor coalition attacking Libya. The Norwegians had been providing 6 jets, 10% of the total air effort. And as we know, they have cut those jets down to 4, and I believe by the end of this month, they will drop out completely. So they will go from 6 jets to none. Maybe this has something to do with why Norway is now under terror attack. And maybe this is the revenge of somebody who doesn't like the fact that Norway will not be attacking Libya anymore. Could it be a branch of Al-Qaeda? Well, it could be. It could be the Libyan branch of Al-Qaeda. It could be the Benghazi rebel coalition. Al-Qaeda elements inside that rebel coalition may be unhappy that the Norwegians are not bombing the Gaddafi forces enough, and therefore they take this revenge. So I urge everybody, talk this one up. I'm here listening to all kinds of speculation on the BBC, National Public Radio, CBS Radio News this morning. Who could it be? Is it Zawahiri? Is it Al-Qaeda? There were a couple of Al-Qaeda guys arrested. But again, we want to know what Al-Qaeda. Could it be the Libyan branch? Could it be the branch that features people like Yunus, Jalil, Haftar, Jabril? Could it be Hassadi? Could it be Kumu? Could it be Barani? Could it be any of a whole list of Al-Qaeda foreign fighters who have been committed, brought in by the CIA from far away Afghanistan and far away Pakistan and far away Chechnya, I'm sure, to attack Gaddafi? So don't jump to conclusions about this. And this may be a big open flank now. NATO may have stuck their necks out, right? Needless to say, Al-Qaeda in general is the CIA Arab Legion. No news there. Although many poor people here in this twilight world don't understand that. But that's the essence. Al-Qaeda is the CIA Arab Legion. If they're attacking Norway, well, draw the obvious conclusions. Now, in terms of things you need to keep up with, you need to keep up with my website, tarpley.net. There you will find an all-purpose letter which is directed towards members of the United States Congress, and it essentially tells them what to do and what not to do in this crisis. I'll read that letter. It's quite short at the beginning of the next segment, if we can pull it up. And the idea is you should print that out. You should cut and paste that and plots that into the comment box of your congressman or senator and send that off today, right now. Because ultimately, when you're talking about cuts to Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, you are talking about levels of morbidity and mortality, mega deaths, genocide against Americans in this case. That seems to mean more than genocide against others. So be it. That's what you've got now. If you were waiting for genocide against Americans before you acted, then you've got it. More deaths than in all the wars, I don't know, ever, of the United States at least, more than 9/11, more than the wars of the 20th century, more than the wars of the 19th century, including the Civil War. I would just say, as a general figure, if you wipe out Medicare in the way that Ryan has proposed and follow up with the attack on Social Security and the other programs, well, you're going to reach into the millions very, very soon. I don't know how long, hard to say, right? Very difficult to do this. Somebody should essentially do that calculation. You are talking about a megadeth attack on the American people. So, time to get going on that one. It's time to expose the genocidal fury of the reactionary Republicans and their Tea Party fanatic core, the Koch Brigade, paid for by reactionary to proto-fascist businessmen, bankers, and also the consummate treachery of Obama, which deserves equal attention, because here we have the hand that held the dagger, plunging it into the back of the trusting elderly voter, the trusting single mom, and other people who must have these programs to survive, the retiree, the person who's sick, and so forth. That's what Obama has been doing. His personal initiative in the week after July 4th to put Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid on the table has horrified anybody who was watching this up close, although I have to tell you, take a look at Obama, the Postmodern Coup, the making of a Manchurian Candidate, which has now just been published in Rome, Italy, by Fuoco Edizioni, Obama dietro la maschera, Obama behind the mask. It's all in there. There's even a leaflet. There's a leaflet from the Potomac primary of February 2008 saying Obama will cut Social Security. It says so, yes. There's a whole leaflet that I wrote, that I handed out at the polling places in the Potomac primary, right here, Maryland, Virginia, and the District of Columbia. So, prophetic, I guess. Yeah, I'd rather not have the kudos. I'd rather have these programs kept intact. So, Obama is hurling the United States and the Democratic Party under the bus, right? The Republicans are, of course, open reactionaries. Their fury is out in plain view. With Obama, it's deceit, deception, and the stab in the back. A caller to the Diane Rehm show this morning, a forlorn left lib, said, "Oh, Obama, I'm so disappointed. He's afraid he's chicken." Well, no, it's worse. He's a Wall Street puppet and was from the very beginning. And from the very beginning means that infamous interview with the Washington Post editorial board right before the inauguration. It's written up in Surviving the Cataclysm. The new edition of Surviving the Cataclysm has a detailed analysis of that extremely revealing meeting with the Washington Post editorial board. So if you wanted to know, you could have read it there. The question now is what to do. Well, we know what to do. Dump him. Get him out. A primary challenge is now more urgent than ever. Look at Obama. The issue, the Democrats were all ready to redress the balance, to cut the reactionaries down to size in the Congress. You run against them on the basis of their desire to destroy Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, and you basically end this interlude of the Republican fanatic majority, which is obviously pitching the U.S. over a cliff. Obama has now contrived to take that issue away from them. Obama is eager to capitulate to the Republicans, and especially to their fanatic Tea Party core, because they have a well-organized front. And we're going to have to get now into the LEW plan, L-E-W with a D at the end. J.J. Lew is the resident austerity ghoul, the top austerity ghoul now in the Obama White House. We'll be back in a minute.